Hey everybody, it's Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking about politics today, and we're going to be talking about hope. Hope. We need hope. We are a couple of weeks out from the election, and it is tight, and it's getting tighter. But I need to offer you some hope because my guides told me that I needed to. So here we go. Gonna really give you some really good reasons to be hopeful. First of all, I know it's tight, and I don't want you to take any votes for granted. If you have not voted and you're watching this face, I want you to vote right now. Your vote matters. Your vote counts. Literally, we are down to every single vote matters. Okay, so this is really serious. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me tell you, Biden is going to win. Biden is going to win. Yesterday, I had a little meltdown and freaked out, and my guides had to come to my rescue and say, please stop crying. He's going to win. Okay, so that's good. I believe Biden is going to win. I'm going to tell you why I believe this. Well, first of all, my guides are never wrong. They are never wrong. When they tell me to stop eating pizza or I'm going to get fat, they're right. They're never wrong. So let me explain to you why Biden is going to win. First of all, we have all these early votes. Thank God. Thank God for all of you that have voted early. Those votes are in, like Flynn. They can't block them at this point. They're already in. Second of all, these very short-sighted Republicans that the Republicans that are there are some Republicans that have got sense, that have come to their senses, and they're voting for Biden. But the other ones that are still short-sighted and still greedy and just not human, those Republicans are blocking the votes right now in Democratic states and Democratic cities. That's their strategy. That's how they think they're going to block all of the votes. What they didn't take into account was that the red states were going purple. Purple like Mitch McConnell's hands, purple, ladies and gentlemen. And those purple states are what's going to put Biden over the top. They forgot. They just took all those red states for granted. Well, guess what? Like I said, some Republicans have woke up and said, what the heck is going on in my country? This is not the United States of America. This can't keep happening. And they voted for Biden. Of course, 4 years from now, they're going to vote for the Republican candidate. And God bless them. Let them do that. But at least they realized that we have to do something, that we're in a crisis. We're in a crisis. So these red states that are going purple are going to be what brings Biden over because they didn't see that happening and it's too late to stop it. So Biden is going to get in. Let's talk about Mitch McConnell, Mr. Purple Hands. He's got so many problems. First of all, obviously his health is not very good. Second of all, he's got one of the strongest challengers that he's ever had. He's basically getting beat up with her ads and her money and all of that. Now, unfortunately, I do see him winning, and I think it's nefarious. I mean, obviously, but the good news, the hopeful news here is that he is going to lose his Senate leadership role because the Senate is going to go to the Dems. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Anyway, it's going to go to the Dems by maybe one vote. It might even be Kamala Harris's vote as VP who gets to be the tie-breaking Senate vote. It may be one person. I don't care. We're going to have the majority in the Senate and the majority in the House. Now, we're not going to have the kind of majority where we can just do whatever we want, right? Because we're not going to have that many votes. But we are going to knock Mitch McConnell off of his little his little throne that he's had for so many years where he's blocked so much legislation. Imagine how much more we're going to be able to get done. Imagine how much faster we're going to be able to get this country back on track. That is hopeful. Let's talk about Lindsey Graham. Unfortunately, again, I think Lindsey Graham is going to end up being a runoff with Jamie Harrison. I think it's going to be very, very close. If he does win, it'll be literally by hairs. And that's why we have to vote, guys. That is It's not only for Biden, but it's for all of these other races that are so important, like critically important to us getting this country back on track. So a lot of the races are going to go to Democrats, but we have to get out there. We have to vote. We have to talk to our friends. We have to talk to our family. We have to make people understand your vote really does count. People have this mistaken, opinion that their vote doesn't count. It counts. It absolutely counts. So I also want to talk about. I want to really talk about Amy Coney Barrett. Look, we're all stressed out. We're all beaten down. I mean, it's been really tough 6 months with COVID-19, with the economy, with the uncertainty, with Trump just being completely out of control. It's been hard. We are really at a low point, I think, in America, I'm sorry to say. And I think that's why my guides have been pushing me to do a video about hope. I'm not much of a cheerleader. I'm really a little bit more of a fighter. But anyway, I'm going to do my best. Amy Coney Barrett, here's the thing. This is hopeful. You believe me, just listen to the end. There's hope in here somewhere. Here's the thing. There's dark money. You've probably heard this, but there's dark money. There's money we don't know where it came from. Kavanaugh got, I think it was $400,000 worth of debt paid off just before he became a justice. Where did that money come from? Because of Trump, we're not allowed to ask these questions. We're not allowed to investigate. We're not allowed to understand and have clarity. That's ridiculous. So once Biden is in, the first thing that's going to happen is that we're going to go back through these justices and we're going to be looking at them with a much closer, finer look at their details of their finances. So if they have unexplained payoffs of money or unexplained bank account, deposits, we're going to need to know where that money came from. And if it came from a source that is not acceptable, then you're going to be impeached. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You're going to be impeached. So you can better believe that I did see Amy Coney Barrett getting very close. I saw them in the last video. I told you guys, I saw them putting the robe on her from behind as you would a coat. And then the robe just disintegrated. It just disappeared. So look, she's going to get close. She might even actually get voted in. But is she actually going to be on that bench for 6 months, a year? No, she's not. She's not, because she's hiding things. She's hiding things she doesn't want anybody to know. And when Biden gets in, that's when we start throwing some sunlight on everything. We start searching through people's bank accounts and their tax filings. And if you've got something to hide and it's not acceptable, it's unlawful, then you will be, impeached, removed. So there's the hope. I want you guys to see that even though Amy Coney Barrett might get on the bench, even if she actually gets to rule on ACA, the Affordable Care Act, even if she knocks it down, it's going to be okay. I promise you guys, Biden is going to get in. The first thing he has to do, and the first thing that we have to do, is start fixing all the holes in the boat. We have to fix all the holes in our Constitution that we didn't even know were there until Trump exploited all of them. So now at least we know where some of them are, and we've got a pretty good idea where some others may be as well. And we know there's dark money coming in as well. We know where to look. We have really qualified people investigating Trump and investigating his cabinet members, my God, how many of them are in prison? He's next. Okay? It's going to happen. We're going to get control of this situation. We're going to right the ship. We're going to get into calmer waters. And then we're going to start fixing this place. We're going to start repairing it. And it's going to be better than ever. And you know what it's going to take? It's going to take all of us working together. The guides really want all of us to stay together. They don't want us to break apart into our little factions that we tend to do as Democrats after Biden gets in. Because let me tell you something. These crazy militias, the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys, they have their own agenda. Forget Trump. Trump is just basically they treat him like Russia does. He's just a puppet. He's a puppet. But they have their own agenda. And their agenda is to get into your local town, get on your local boards, get in your local mayorship, your senator, your state congressman, even your governor, and wreak havoc from the inside out. That's their plan. That's what the guides say. That's their plan. They want anarchy. They want to dismantle our democracy. And the best way to do it is Trojan horse, is to go on the inside, pretend to be somebody you're not, put a suit on. This is what the white supremacists did. If you want to look it up, the FBI figured out that they decided to change their look, and they all put on ties and nice shirts and look like, just everyday work a day guys. But in reality, they're white supremacists. But they cloaked themselves to look like normal Americans. Well, that's what these militias are going to do. So I'm telling you this because I want you to be involved in your local community. We need you. We need you to be involved in your local community so that you can keep an eye on these people, so that you can vote them out if they come on. We can't be asleep anymore. Look what happened. We fell asleep and we woke up and Hitler Jr.'s running our country. So, there's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of really good things happening. We are going to be empowered. We're going to have a new president. We're going to have new senators. We're going to have new Congress people. And they're going to represent us. And we're going to hold them accountable. And we're going to have a bigger and better United States of America. That's what's going to happen. So take it from my guides, because they were right when I ate that pizza and I gained weight. So they're probably right today too. Take it from me. Anyway, I hope this gave you hope. And I'm so grateful you're here with me today. I want you guys to know that I'm sending you all the best. I'm sending you love and light and happiness. And roll up our sleeves and get busy, because we have a lot to do. And it's all going to be good. It's all going to be okay. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. Thanks, guys. Y'all take care.